Hello anybody and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 9. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and in the last episode we defeated Jewel Man and Plug Man. And in today's episode, before we go on to the next stage, I'm not actually going to delay anything, and I'm going to go right on to the next stage. So, Plug Man's ability is good, not against the ground, not against bees, not against water, not against magma, but tornadoes. You probably already knew this based on the title of the video, but I don't care, I'm doing it anyway. Tornado Man is actually one of my favorite robot masters in the game. He's one of the more humanoid robots, as we are going to see. And the humanoid robots are interesting. It's interesting that with the robot masters throughout the series, they have more humanoid ones with humanoid faces, and then they have the more robot-y ones, the less humanoid ones, like Magma Man and such. And that's pretty neat. So, I digress. I'm going to talk about this place a little bit. How about that mechanic? And how about this stage? I just gotta say, I love this stage. This is one of my favorite stages in the game. I'm going to stop hanging out on that magnet platform thing. I love Tornado Man's stage, and I love the theme of his stage. I think it's a great theme. One of my favorites in the game, actually. Oh, here comes a good moment. Alright, isn't that good? I hope you enjoyed that. I'm not delaying just hanging out on these rotating platforms, I'm just being careful because I haven't done this stage in a long time, and it is one of the more dangerous ones to be on. Now, when I was younger and I first played this game, younger as in 6 years ago, so I can actually say that because this game came out so long ago, is when I used to do this stage, I used to think that you had to do this on these platforms. So, as you can imagine, this made my experience harder than it needed to be. Particularly on some of the later jumps in the level, where if you're not doing this, you're gonna have a bad time. So we made that jump. It's got some tense jumps in here. I like this section. I like how it's hard, but it's not... Okay, so sky levels in Mega Man stages, and this is the sky level, tend to be much more dangerous about jumps than other stages, and that's typical for sky stages of any game, and not just Mega Man. So as you can see with those balloon enemies, you want to kind of shoot their head, and not the balloon so much. If you shoot the balloon, they'll go flying at you, and that's just no fun. No, I don't think we actually have a good weapon for that guy down there yet. If you use the plug ball will follow along the trail of whatever you use. So as you can see, it's going to go around it. Plug ball is a very situational weapon. And if we use a black hole bomb on this guy, oh, it eats him. I did not expect that to work. Well, actually, I'm not going to use it here because I want to do this I guess it's not really the proper way since I'm killing them anyway, but you know. Black hole bomb is a very multi-use weapon. It can apply to you in so many ways and so many uses. Also, it's a blizzard now. This is a Sniper Joe. I think they might have a specific name for this game because these guys are different than the typical green Sniper Joes. They have a rapid-fire weapon and they are tough. Plug balls allow you to shoot at them if they're on a higher tier if you have a shot like that. That's a nice thing about plug balls is that you can maintain a better ground if you do that. And we got a Met here that's blocking the way and just generally being you know what? Yeah! Even the Mets in their hats can't resist the black hole bomb. So we got our bolt up there, which we need. And it's not really any effort to get, and that's how you get it with the coil. I'm not sure how I feel about, like, bolts like that are so easy to get. I mean, I'm not complaining. And here we have the Umbrella Robots of Death. Umbrella Robots. I can't believe it. That's the most ridiculous. Anyway, if you jump up there, you'll get an extra life, and that's a cool little secret. The idea here is that you can kind of... The hint for that is that you can kind of stand on these black clouds, and it's not so much the clouds as there are invisible platforms, but you know. Also, the wind is pushing against you while you do this section of the level, and then when you combine that with this part, things get a little tricky. And you want to kind of adjust yourself so you're on the far right of these platforms while you're doing this, so it is not as hard as it needs to be. This jump right here killed me several times my first few playthroughs of the game. This is an extremely dangerous area. It is hard to get it to do right, and when you're doing this the whole time, it's especially hard, because you just do not get the right timing for it. But when you actually know that you're supposed to be floating on the... That was a bad death. That was just dumb. And the checkpoint will put us back here. Okay, I'll meet you up ahead. Damn it! I hate that jump. Alright, so we're back to where I made that terrible death. As you can see, when you come into this section, the wind is blowing the opposite way, and they give you a jump that lets you figure that out. Mega Man is nice about teaching, it's usually nice about teaching you things in a controlled environment before throwing you into an endangered one. And here we have a jump that we can make thanks to the wind, or we could, if I could not fall off the edge like a dummy. Alright, now that we're walking through here, I think, yep, Jewel Satellite will make this section a lot easier than it has to be. And though you can't stand on those clouds, I thought I could because of the previous section, and now I feel dumb and have to walk all the way back. Huh. Boy, don't I feel dumb. Boy, don't I feel dumb after doing that, but I don't feel as dumb as the guy who invented parasol umbrellas. Those make no sense. That bolt, I want that bolt, but I'm not gonna risk the death. I have died too many times so far, and we were that close to the boss door when we died last time. Jeez. Now we're coming up to Tornado Man, and Tornado Man is one of the more fair fights in the game. He's got spikes on the ceiling, but those are fairly easy to avoid, usually. His weakness is the plug ball. You might wonder how that works, given how the plug ball works, but it's actually not that bad. So what you do here is, you just kind of shoot at him. He's not that tough. He's a fair fight, and he'll jump in the air, and you can just kind of... You gotta jump to dodge between his twisters, and usually that's not too bad when you do that. And then he'll just kind of fly at you from across the screen, and he's kind of mean about it, but his life goes down really fast, as you can see. He's not a tough Robot Master. For some reason, I remember him being a tough Robot Master. Maybe he just used to do a lot of touch damage, but... Oh! As we defeat him, we get a special item. What could that be? And we absorb his power, la-di-da-da-da. And we're at a Tornado Man stage. He's a lot easier than I remembered he was, I gotta say. And here we have the power of tornado blowing. That'll go great with our plug ball. Tornado Blow is basically the screen nuke weapon of the game. Some Mega Mans go the route of a screen nuke weapon that uses a lot of weapon energy, but if you use it, it'll reliably kill almost everything on the screen that isn't a mini-boss or a boss. So that's pretty cool. And we have a cutscene based on that thing we just got. I figured out something from the product code on that piece of scrap Mega Man picked up. That robot's period of use had expired, and it was scheduled to be scrapped.
I feel bad for those robots, but their expiration dates are decided by law.
They were supposed to be scrapped, so why are they going crazy? You know, that doesn't really seem like it's that hard to figure out. Anyway, now that we've defeated Tornado Man, before we go on to the next stage, I actually want to show off the shop.
You can exchange the screws you find for items here.
I don't know why Wool sounds like an old lady right now. So, you can just buy a lot of things. As you can see, we have 126 screws so far, so that feels pretty great. The one thing I'm gonna buy right now is this. This is a No, wait, that's not what I want. No. No, thank you. I didn't want to buy that. What I wanted to buy was this. This is an energy balancer. Basically, this means that when you don't have an item, like, whenever you pick up weapon energy, it'll go to whatever you have equipped. But with the energy balancer, unless you have a specific weapon equipped at the time, it'll go to the weapon with the least energy. So it's really handy so that you don't have to constantly switch over to the weapon you want to restore. It is expensive though, so if you do have the patience, it's not really worth it. But then sometimes you just can't afford it. Don't get greedy. No, you can't hold any more of that item. Let's not get greedy. Oh. Why not get greedy? I want to be greedy. I am actually going to use the rest of my screws to buy an extra life. I will talk about the other stuff if I do come back here. Ah, what the hell, I'll just talk about some of them right here. No reason to buy this. This just gives Roll a different outfit on the screen there and does nothing. And I guess that's for the fans if they want to see that. And then that makes Mega Man take off his helmet and gives him a haircut, but it also makes him take double the damage. And there are achievements or something for beating the game with no helmet, but why would you not wear your helmet? Anyway, now that we got a tornado, what are we gonna do with a tornado? We can't blow away bees, they're too powerful. We can't rip concrete from the ground, and I don't even know why you would want to blow. Never mind. Magma Man is the weakness, and we're gonna go in. And I'm actually kind of nervous about this level, because Magma Man to me is the hardest robot master in the game. Only on my most recent playthrough did I kind of learn what his weakness is, and even then... So these robots are kind of jerks. You can only really shoot them on their little underside and with certain weapons. I'm gonna see if... Let's see, does the P-ball work on this guy? If I could select it... Nope. The problem with these guys is they're just not fun to fight, and as you can see, their masks block pretty much everything. We don't have a weapon that would be good against them. Actually, the black hole bomb is not bad, but the only thing you can really do about them most of the time is avoid them. Now this... I don't like this jump. This level has some annoying jumps, and this is one of them. And if you fall in the lava, you die. So, dead. What a waste of a life. Great. Really, your best method for getting around these guys is don't give them an inch and go around them before they have a chance to attack you. Anyway, now that we're back over here, one thing you could do here is actually jump on that enemy down there and take the hit. I'm not gonna do that because I am a man. Okay, I didn't mean to do that, but I will take advantage of it, so, you know, I'm still pretty great. I'm a good Mega Man player. Humility. As I say that, I take a lot of dumb hits from a dumb enemy. But these guys with their blowtorches are just easiest to deal with if you jump right over them. There's too many of them to reliably use the black hole bomb on them, though. And as for Tornado Blow, it's a screen nuke, so it'll just use up ammo like nothing. Whoa! Those beams also instantly kill you. That was almost a bad jump. I should be more focused on this level. This level has a lot of very precise jumps, and that is just gonna screw me if I'm not careful. If I'm not more careful than I'm being. And we just shoot him down. I've always really liked in Mega Man that you can shoot while hanging on a ladder. It's always been a nice feature for me. Now here we have a dragon. I hate these things because I can never dodge their fire quite correctly. However, one way of fighting these dudes is if you take out the tornado blow, you'll blow off their entire body. And then they're sad. And then you can take a dumb hit anyway because you're terrible. They don't have a ton of health, but they do usually get a lot of hits on me because I can never figure out their friggin' pattern, but I'm not even gonna take the risk because I'm gonna blow them away. And now he's dead and blown up. So we are continuing on deeper into the earth and... Here I am trying to be cocky about those enemies. I'm cocky about the first one, only to get hit by the second. I'm ashamed, but that's okay because I got my life back, even though I've been taking a lot of hits in this level. This level is actually pretty good about whittling down your health if you're not careful. However, I've got lucky and got 2 energy things in a row, and here we have another kind of bullcrap jump, and I didn't mean to take that hit, but I will take advantage of the invincibility frames so I can continue on with the level. And jump that. I don't really like Magma Man stage, and it's probably exclusively because of those pixel-perfect insta-kill jumps that you kind of have to cheese them to really do them reliably. And I mean, why wouldn't you want to cheese them? The temptation is there. And here we have the lava flows. Where are they going? Why? Is that waste? Is that lava waste? That energy is a trap. Don't use it. God's sake. Don't get that. Getting out of there is a pain, and I have enough health to really get around. And here we have another nasty jump, but that's okay, because now that we're past him, we are right at the boss. Get out of here. Oh my god. And here we go. Now that we've made it to that level, it's actually kind of a short level, and I don't mind because I hate that level. And we are going to go on, and we are coming into the boss room with Magma Man. I am terrified. So his main method is he'll jump in the air, and he'll do a spread shot. Now what you want to do is when he's on a platform next to you, you want to kind of stand right next to him and then run under him. However, I am not doing that so well, or what you need to do is figure out when he'll... Oh my god, that was terrible. Guys, this isn't gonna go well. I got a bad feeling about this, guys. Let me check my lives. Okay, I got 3 shots on this guy, and if I fail, I will be sad. I do have 2 energy tanks, though, so I won't be shy about using those in this fight, because this is probably my hardest fight in the entire game, with just the Mega Buster. With Tornado Blow, he's kind of a joke, but he can still wreck you. And we're just gonna do that. Ah! With Tornado Blow, you can actually also weaken the flames that come out of him. Now, when you stand under him, he can't really hit you. Like, when you're right next to him, the problem with his attack is it doesn't really work that effectively, because you need to be right in front of him for him to hit you. And that's not really gonna work when he's right next to you. So, you know, that's his strategy down the drain. And I don't care, I'm doing it. I don't want to do the whole stage again, so I'm just gonna do that. And now that he's down to a little bit, I can reliably do this without taking too much more damage, and he is dead. I almost did that without an E-Tank. Still, kind of a sloppy performance, and I'm never really happy fighting that guy, so, you know. Could have gone better than it did. But now we have fire! Specifically, we got... Oh, that's a nice outfit. The Magma Bazooka. I don't think that's how a bazooka works. No. Bazookas are not spread shots. I'm no expert in weapons, but I don't think that's quite right. So we're gonna save our game, and I think that'll be that for this episode. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to Stage Select, and hey, we got another cutscene. I've upgraded Rush to help you out.
Yeah! Stop!
So, I think this happens once you beat 5 Robot Masters. Oh, it's so silly. I'll try to slow him down. So once you beat 5 Robot Masters, you get the Rush Jet, which is great for platforming. It makes a lot of things a lot easier, which actually makes the last stages you do a bit easier than the others. And the Rush Jet is actually extremely useful for Magma Man. So if you do Magma Man's stage towards the end, you're gonna have a much easier time than I did. But in any case, I digress. That is enough for one episode. We defeated another 2 Robot Masters, and with only 3 left on the agenda, I do believe I'm gonna say that's that. In the next episode, we are gonna find out what Magma is good against. And you may be surprised. You probably won't be. I hope to see somebody then. Bye-bye!